Tawafa Ezid, Yezidis of Georgia celebrated the long-awaited holiday. Tawafa is one of the main holidays for the Yazidi community. As you know, the Yezidis of Georgia honor their ancient traditions. On June 12, 2022 in Tbilisi, after a 2-year pause due to COVID restrictions, the Council of Yezidis of Georgia held festive events in honor of the holiday Tawafa Ezid. According to the Yazidi tradition, each temple has its own holiday dedicated to the saint in whose honor the temple was erected. In Iraq, Tawafs fall in April, after the end of the Sarsul holiday and last for a month. In every Yazidi village, the Tawaf of the village temple is celebrated. In Shanila, the Sharfatan temple festival is celebrated in the middle of summer. And in Tbilisi, in agreement with the Supreme Spiritual Assembly, Tawaf is celebrated in June. The event was attended by guests from around the world, representatives from the Lalesh Temple, Kabbals from Iraq who perform sacred Yazidi hymns, representatives of the Yazidi community of Oldenburg, Germany, as well as prominent figures of the Yazidi community, singers, artists, politicians, journalists and so on. Clergy headed by Dmitry Prabari at the beginning of the festive event read prayers in honor of Koba Sultan Ezid. During the Tawafa Ezid ceremony, the left flag, on the dome of the Zarat temple, is changed annually. Sheikh Hadi Baba, who arrived at the head of the delegation from the Lalesh temple, congratulated the Yazidi community of Georgia and handed over a document from the head of the Yazidi clergy of Lalesh, which gives the Yazidi clergy of Georgia independence, a kind of autocephaly. This is an important step for the clergy of the Yazidi community of Georgia. Representatives of Baptist and Catholic churches, Jewish rabbis, and a representative of the Georgian government also addressed the guests with a congratulatory speech, who on behalf of Prime Minister Garibashvili congratulated the Yazidi community of Georgia on the holiday. At the end of the spiritual service, the guests moved to the cultural center at the temple, where they were waiting for an art exhibition, a buffet and a solemn awarding of the Yazidi figures who contributed to the treasure of the Yazidi community of Georgia. After the festive events, a banquet was organized, to which all those present and representatives of the Yazidi diaspora were invited. The organized event was attended by journalists and the head of the organization Cultural Center of the Yezidis of the Caucasus, the editor of the website Yezidis.info Yuri Smuev. The Cultural Center of the Caucasus Yezidis and with the support of the website Yezidis.info congratulates all Yezidis on the holiday of the Tawafa Ezid temple, and also congratulates the Spiritual Council of the Yezidis of Georgia on the 10th anniversary.